Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
If I can be honest, I don't feel like doing this video right now because I'm feeling emotionally exhausted. But I know I need to do this. And I asked God today, why do I feel emotionally exhausted today? And he's like, because you're not doing enough of the stuff you're supposed to do that's in line with your call, like the call on your life. And I think that's a problem for a lot of people, because I'm not sure. God has given everyone gifts and talents, right? Your gifts are supposed to make room for you. But the problem is your soul is struggling so bad because you're not doing what's in line with your call, right? Or it's like, well, I have this call on my life. I'm supposed to be the world's greatest singer. Okay, what are you doing to pursue that? Well, I'm waiting for God. What? I'm waiting for God. Okay, but faith without works is dead. Faith without corresponding action is dead. I think most people have missed this part because they think, oh, God's just going to take care of it all. And it's like, that's not at all what the Bible even says. It's faith without works is dead. What are your works? Well, we don't do works. No, we don't work to get to heaven, or we don't work for salvation. Action is dead. We have to take action. That is all through the Bible. Repeatedly, you see that pattern, right? God spoke, Moses responded, Moses took action, and then God moved. That didn't end when the New Testament came. So there's so many people that are in the wealth transfer who either have this mindset of, well, God's just doing this to make me rich. No, he's not. He is not going to give you money without some sort of expectation, right? To whom much is given, much is required. And if you think that the sacrifice that's required is to go sit on a beach, you're not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people that understand influence is valuable and important and has to be exerted. And there are lots of people saying, well, I want money and I want influence. Okay, if you were going to be a pilot, right? You wouldn't just go step on an airplane and say, I want to drive today. With no training, no experience, no nothing. Everyone would look at you like you're out of your mind. And if you were going to be a plumber, you would have training. And if you were going to be an electrician or a cook or anything, right? Even if you're a self-taught cook, you've still put time and effort into building the neural pathways in your brain to understand flavor profiles and how to cook things and what things go together. And there's actually been timing and practice and all kinds of things that have been put into that ahead of time. And yet people are like, I'm going to be rich, and they do zero training, nothing. So, okay, any other job you're ever going to have, you would expect to get training, and yet you expect that God is going to make you rich, and you do zero work ahead of time, nothing. Does that not seem like absolute insanity to anybody? Like, it can't just be me. I go back to this, the guys with the talents. One got 5, one got 2, and one got 1. One went and buried his. The 2 and the 5 clearly had skills that they had ahead of time because they were able to take theirs and double it. So there has to be a skillfulness, because if you're not changing your pattern, okay, if you're broke right now, if you're in debt and behind on your bills and all this stuff, and you're broke and there's never enough money, the problem is not money. The problem is you. Okay, so you have to change your habits now. You have to start walking in your gifts and your talents now. God didn't give those to you so you could sit on the sidelines, do nothing, and then think, well, there's blessings. No, faith without works is dead. Okay, I believe certain things for my life that are going to come to pass. And I'm doing things, regardless of how small they are, that are in line with what I believe God has called me to. And I'm expanding that even more. Today I was like just feeling emotionally exhausted. I'm asking God, why? He's like, because you're not doing enough of the stuff that I've called you to do. So your soul is yearning to do this stuff that I've called you to do because there's life on it. And when there's life on it, it just makes a whole huge difference. You cannot wait. You cannot wait until after this happens. After the wealth transfer is going to be too late because you're going to be behind. You have to start building the neural pathways now on how to be rich, how to be successful. The Richest Man in Babylon, an absolute must-read book with actual practical applications of what people did in order to get wealthy. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's got several books that I think are absolute must-reads in my opinion. Every Thursday in my group, not every Thursday, because like Thanksgiving we didn't have a call, but typically most Thursdays we have calls and we talk about things that build neural pathways in our brain so that we already have these built and have already thought about these things beforehand. So my group would be very beneficial to some of you, but stop just looking for the date and the rate and understand that somebody out there has the roadmap that you need to follow in order to be ready for this. For some of you, it's me. For some other people, it's somebody else. For some people, you need one-on-one coaching. Some people are going to need consulting. Some people are going to need group coaching. There's an email address that's going to be down in the description of this video where you can email me and apply for coaching. There's going to be a bit of a process to feel out if I'm the right fit for you and if I think I can help you. Because if I can't and I'm not a good fit, I don't want to take that on. And the coaching, obviously there's a cost and all that, but first thing I need to establish if you're even a good fit or not. And if I'm a good fit for you. But there has to be somebody that can help you unlock the potential that God has put in you. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. There's lots of people out there. Find somebody that resonates. Find somebody that has a message that resonates. Somebody that's doing the thing that you really want to do. Or somebody you feel drawn to and like, feel like they could help unlock some stuff in my life. We have to take more action because we have to be prepared and ready ahead of time. If you were expecting flooding in your house, you wouldn't sit there and be like, well, once it starts flooding, then I'll put a barrier up. It's like, well, no, you put the barrier up ahead of time, right? It's absolute madness and insanity that people are sitting there with a straight face saying, yeah, we'll wait till after this happens and then we'll start getting ready. It's like, it makes no frickin' sense at all. So I'm urgently trying to wake people up to give them the realization that this has to start now. Money is not your problem. If money solved problems, all of the lottery winners would be exorbitantly wealthy. Instead, almost all of them are broke within 3 years or less. And we're talking about people that potentially get hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Powerball winners have gone broke. That happens because there's a lack of preparation, because you haven't built the neural pathways in your brain to be able to have capacity to be rich, because you don't understand the habits that rich people have in order to generate income, to generate money. You think on the level of, oh, well, I just have to make it last, or I have to be in survival mode. Survival mode will make you broke because you're either growing or you're dying. And if you're not growing, you are dying. There is no middle ground there. This is why people who win the lottery go broke, but other people can be exorbitantly wealthy over time. It's because the people that are getting wealthy over time, they're constantly growing, they're expanding. They're not sitting there complacent in survival mode. People have to get out of survival mode because what it does to your body and your brain, it makes it so that you cannot create really anything, because you're just focused on surviving. You're focused on whatever's. It's like having blinders on where you can't see anything. You can't see opportunity because you cannot create even if you found an opportunity because you're in survival mode. You literally can't see it. So this is why I'm urgently encouraging people, take action now. Get out of survival mode. That interview with Joe Dispenza, like, I think I've given lots of keys and clues here, and offering one-on-one coaching and my group, and all the information about all of that stuff is down below. We have to take action and be ready when this comes. Be ready when opportunity knocks.